for you. If it's feeling tough, just stick with me. You got it. Go ahead and come to lying all the way down. I'm actually nice and warm now. Go ahead and come to lying all the way down on your mat, on your back, and we're just going to start to move the pelvis, yeah? And the whole time that we move this evening, I'm going to guide you through from your hips. So we're going to start to rock the pelvis. I'm going to make my hands out of the way. Rock the pelvis forwards and backwards, okay? And what I want you to remember this evening in particular, and for the rest of your life, is we tend to talk about the pelvis as if it's one structure. But you're going to keep rocking your hips. But you've actually got a right pelvic half, a left pelvic half, a front of your pelvis, and a back of your pelvis, okay? So as you're moving, start to tune in. Is my right pelvic half with my right leg, and my left pelvic half, are they doing the same thing? How do they feel? Okay. And then whenever you're ready, start to circle out that pelvis on the mat. Good. I'm actually going to flip my mat around a little bit. And I want you to just remind yourself that no one's hips are the same. Yeah? We all cross the right leg over the left more than we cross the left leg over the right. We all, do certain things more than the other. Reverse the circles. So it's rare that we're totally symmetrical, yeah? We're just not. But know that that's okay, and know that we're looking for as much balance and as much symmetry as you can, just so your body becomes a little bit more efficient. It balances out the load a little bit better. Alright, from here, let your pelvis come to the middle and relax. Drop down into the mat. We're going to slide one leg out towards the edge, and then roll it back in. This is a familiar movement now, yeah? You've probably done it as part of one of the 8-week sessions, or you've done it with me on a live session already. Let's start to think about this movement happening right up here in that pelvis to start. Nice, good, keep that going. So we're sending it that leg all the way forward, and then we're taking it back. Good, so that leg slides from the hip. So we often think of it the foot leading it, it's not. It's that thigh bone rolling in that hip socket. Good, swap the legs. Other side, reach, return, reach, return. Long leg, drop the ribs, drop the pelvis. And can we make it easy? Yeah, can we make that movement as fluid, as feeling as good as possibly can? One more, good, okay. I'm going to take my first leg, let the knee fall out to the side, slide along the baby toe side of the foot to straighten the leg, and then kneecap shines to ceiling to come in. Kneecap goes out, slide it away, kneecap shines to ceiling, roll it in. Kneecap out, and slide. And just think, how free do my hips feel? And if they're not feeling free right now, how great will they feel at the end of this session? I promise you they will feel great. One more. Good. And other leg. Take it out, slide away, turn it back, roll it in. Nice. Arm bones heavy. Sometimes I'll get my arms out of the way just so you can see a bit better. And let's do 3. Slide and back. 2. Reach. Alright, one more. Good, you guys. And come in. Press the right foot gently into the floor. Roll the left knee to the chest. Left foot to the floor. Right knee rolls in. We're just working on rolling that thigh bone in the hip socket. And so often in Pilates, we think core, 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 front abs, and that's it. And absolutely, you guys, Pilates is core. It is your abdominal wall. But without hips that are functioning really well, you're going to find it hard, potentially, to get into some of that really deep core activation stuff. So this is just so great for setting that foundation to your workouts this week, starting off with connections. Take one leg in, other leg in, stick those legs together. Now you're going to draw a circle on the ceiling with your kneecaps. And you're going to allow that pelvis to move. The movement's coming from your pelvis. It is the same as that hip circle you did at the beginning. Pause and reverse, except now your legs are in the air. This is more challenging. So if that's too much, or there's anything going on in the core or the back, drop your feet, circle the pelvis. This is up a level. Pause wherever you are. That was level 2. Stick with that if that felt enough. You want to make it more challenging. Legs stretched and circle. Like you're tracing your feet around a clock, and your legs are coming with you. And your pelvis is going with you. One more in this direction. Reverse it. Out, around, in, and up. Out, around, in, and up. 2 more. Long reach. One more time. Amazing. And pause. From here, bend the knees, drop one foot, drop the second foot, and release. Okay, we're going to come into that bridge work that you know I love. Pull the heels a little closer to your feet, and we're going to start to reach the arms overhead, the knees out. This is a question that came up in the Q&A. If your arms only get to here and they can't get to the floor, that's fine. Work where they are. And then reach it away. And reach. And if the arms make it feel uncomfortable or they're a distraction, get rid of them. You can keep your arms down by your sides and reach. Amazing. Now let's think. Stand in the feet. Reach the thigh bones out. Open the front of the hips. Stand in the backs of the legs. And release it. Let's do that 2 more times. As proof that I too get hamstring cramps sometimes when I'm not prepared. Once more. Reach. And release. Nice. Allow your legs to be together. Take your arms out to the side, palms up or down, whatever feels good. We're going to reach the knees to one side and roll back to center and take them other side. Nice, you guys. Flying it. Good. Reach. About a third of the way there already. Good. And by week 3, you should be starting to feel more mobile, more flexible, more connected to your body. And this hip series is just going to really help solidify that, yeah? Amazing. Come back and relax. Okay, I'm going to spin my mat back to totally straight. You're going to roll over, lie on your side. Prop up your head. Now, if you haven't got a very thick mat, you're going to be lying right on that pelvic bone, so feel free to pat it out. Put a towel or something under that mat. Hand to the mat out in front of you, and you're going to have your knees to the front edge of the mat, your feet in line with your seat bones out behind you. Okay, we're going to pick the top leg up, lower the top leg down. Now this side hip series will start to feel a little burny here, and that's super normal. Those muscles in the side of your hip are so important for stabilizing the pelvis, okay? And the muscles in the side of your hip work in conjunction with your QL muscles in your lower back when we do things like running. And so important to have these muscles strong enough and flexible enough that we can do whatever we want. Hold the leg up. We're going to tap the heels together. Tap the knees together. So when the heels come together, the knee goes to the ceiling. When your knees go together, the foot goes to the ceiling. Get a sense of your opposite foot, opposite leg, just dropping through the mat. So we internally rotate the leg, important. Externally rotate the leg, important. We don't get that full range of motion in the leg all day. One of the questions that came up in the Q&A was, what are the benefits of Pilates for older people? So like, you know, a lot of your parents, people in their 70s and 80s, and how do I convince them that Pilates is a good idea? These exercises are so important for building strong hips, last one, and for really improving balance. We're going to take the leg back, drop it down. We're going to pick the leg up, and I want you to roll the knee right into the chest and send the leg away. Perfect. I have also never met anyone who didn't want a bit of toning in the side of the leg, a bit of toning in the side waistline, a bit of toning in those inner thighs. So while it is super functional, it's also going to streamline you. Yeah, we all want a bit of streamlining. Alright, do that one more time. Those hips are starting to feel loose now, but I know the muscle is working hard. You're going to move the bottom leg out of the way. Top leg lowers to the mat. Feel the squeeze in the inner thigh. Pick it up. Well done. Lower down and lift it. Lower down. Yes, so good. Give me one more. I know you're working hard. I am too. Reach. Circle the leg. Just 5 and 4. From the hips, stirring up here. 3. Stirring up here. 2. Stirring 1. Reverse it. 5 and 4. Good. And 3 and 2. Okay, let's move that leg. Sweep it forwards and point the toes back. We just got 4 more. How's the breathing? Good. 3 more. Sweep and reach. Last 2. Sweep and reach. So nice. One more time. Sweep it and reach it. Okay, come on. You've made it this far with me. Take that leg out. You're going to stay. Breathe. You're going to lift it up 10 times, 9 times, 8 times. Think of how much your future hips will thank you. You don't need to thank me right now. I know you don't want to, but your future hips will thank you. 2 more. 1 more. Ooh, and take it in. Amazing. You guys, well done. Press yourself all the way up. You're going to take it straight over to that second thigh. And let's come to lying down. Perfect. Instead of flipping over, it's probably easier if you stay facing the camera. I still can't see you, but you will be able to see me. Okay, so knees forward, feet back. And then when you're ready, hands to the mat, pick the leg up and lower the leg down. So good. Well done. Perfect. Now, it is absolutely normal to feel that second side is a little more challenging or maybe a little spicier. You might feel it earlier on than your first side. And what you've got to remember is that leg has already supported you here. There is work in that bottom leg. Plus, if you're like me, you picked your easier side first and you left your more challenging side to second. So just bear that in mind. It's normal. What you are feeling is normal. Hold the leg. You're going to tap the heel. Tap the knee. So we get strength and stretch and mobility. Remember last week we talked stretch and strength? And if you didn't catch it, that is still, it's on the dermal.ie website and on the Facebook page. Go and check it out. Perfect. This is it. This is stretch and strength, mobility and control, concentration and precision. Reminding yourself, yeah, exercise makes us look phenomenal, but it is all about really ensuring those joints, yeah? Good. Protecting them, giving them a longer life. Nice. One more time. Tap and tap. Amazing. Lift that leg up. Lots of weight into this hand. Rocking back makes it easier. Let's not go there. Knee comes into your chest. Send the leg away. Knee rolls in. Good. After this, I promise it starts to get a little bit more fun. Okay? And away. Reach. Roll it in. So good. And send it. Breathing. I don't know if you can hear my ankles clicking here. We've all got bits of thick legs. Alright. Let's do one more. Take the leg away. Stay there. Bottom leg slides forward to just get out of the way. Inner thigh. And good. Reach. Good. Really think about feeling that leg get longer. Good. Stretch and strength. Remember. Reach. So good. Alright, do that one more time. Inner thigh. Outer hip. Hold it. Circle it. For 5. For 4. For 3. Let's go 2. And 1. Reverse. Nice. How's your breathing? 4. 3. Soft jaw. Soft eyebrows. Hold that leg when you're ready. Sweep it forward. Point your toes. Take it back. So good. Reach. And sweep. Ooh, and doing this. 3. Point, go back. So nice. 2. Point, go back. Last one. You got it. Reach.
point, go back. All right, let's take that leg forward. Hold it there for me. Straighten it, pulse it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, and 6. Beautiful. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release that leg.
So nice. Take yourself all the way up. You're going to sit on that mat. There might be little points during this next series where you come off the mat. That is totally okay. Okay, you've got a little bit of space around you. So we're going to take ourselves into what we call in Pilates a mermaid sit position or a Z sit position. Take your time. I'll give you a sec if you want to go and grab a cushion or a pillow or something to prop yourself up on. If you're a little higher, or you can even roll up your mat and sit on your mat. If you're a little higher, it'll make it easier to drop down into your hips. You don't want to be sort of strangled out of the way. You want to be able to drop into the hips as much as possible and not be all over to one side. Have that spine feel tall through the middle. Okay, let's do some side step stretching first. We're going to take one hand down and reach, turn the ribs. So I'm turning my ribs, yeah? And I'm coming back up and I'm going to go to the other side. Reach and back. Remembering that where your ribs go, your pelvis goes, and where your pelvis goes, your ribs go. And we really want to work on total center spine alignment, which means spine, ribs, and hips. Last 2. So good. Last 1. Okay. Now we're going to take this back leg, lift it, and sweep around so that we're sitting in this position. This is called a fisherman squat. It's not important that you remember that, but we will come back to it. And then swivel it around. Now, I don't mind what you do to get into these positions. You've got the floor and you've got your hands. Use them as you need to, okay? Up and around. And remember, I don't need the floor, but I do these every day. So, that is my job. Good. And you will absolutely see me wobble at one point as well. And know that I feel it, but know that these are so good. These are so good for that hip mobility. One more. So nice. Okay. Now we're going to start by taking those hands to the floor. That back leg, I'm going to move my hand out of the way just so you can see. We lift the leg up. Whoo, and we take it down. And again, lift. Now, if you can take your hands off the floor, amazing. But if you need the floor, it's absolutely fine. Lift, really good. This is the part where I think we might fall out. But stick with me. You are flying through this. You guys are so strong. 2 more, yeah. And this is so great for the hip and so great for the waist. This is functional and so toning. I know you feel the toning. I know you feel the sculpting. Hold. Okay. Now when you're ready, take that leg around to the front. So I'm going to spin like this so you've got a better view. Okay? What you use to get there, you're all going to use the hands to start with, right? Hands in front, and I want you to roll up into this position, which I call, very technically, Romeo talking to Juliet in the balcony, okay? I feel this is sort of actors-like. And then you're going to come back down. Exactly. All right? Roll it up. Aim that chest high. And hips hinge. Take it down. This is tough. I know. Move through it. Take your time. The wobbles are important. And then hinge. Open back and come down. So good. This is so amazing for your lower back as well because you have to release. You cannot squeeze and sit back. You have to just let everything go. Good. One more time. Roll it up. All right, you guys. Yes. Roll it back. Beautiful. Take that leg. Okay. And that same leg now is behind you. I'm trying to find a good angle for this. So we're in the sit position. Take your time. It's going to feel like you've got loads of arms all of a sudden. That's okay. When you're ready, roll towards your back leg and spiral around. And you're in the same position in the other direction. And roll it back. Good. Now what I want you to remember, okay, if you're doing these and you're finding them tough, it's a bit of fun, it's movement, Movement, no matter what it looks like, is good for you. I'll say there is no Olympic sport you can enter for this exercise, yeah? So it doesn't matter what it looks like, what matters is how it feels to you and how you are just moving your hips. You're giving them a bit of love. And remember, maybe you haven't done this before, so every time you do it, it will feel better. Notice how I'm coming off the mat. Alright, last one. Come back and relax. Okay, if you're off your mat, come back on, and then we're going to sit with the opposite leg behind you. Again, you probably did your favorite side first or your easier side first. So did I. That's cool. But we're going to do both. So we're going to take a big reach in the ribs. Good. I love this exercise, by the way, this mermaid stretch. Oh, it's my go-to all day, every day. So nice. Good for your breathing, good for your back, good for those ribs. And reach, beautiful, and up. And reach. Alright, let's do one more other side. Nice, you guys. And reach. Alright, now you know the drill. If you want to take your hands forward into the mat, go for it. If you can keep them up, we're going to pick the back leg up and lower it down. Lift it up. Good. Well done. Feel the side hips. Say hello. And we're going to try not to tip over here. Now, if you need to drop that elbow, is this an option? Of course it is. Amazing. Good. This is just your most challenging version. You figure it out, yeah? You find a spot where it feels, I can do that. That feels okay. It feels something working. No matter where you are, you'll feel it working, but it feels doable. Yeah. When you're ready, pick the leg up. Circle it around, fisherman squat. Up, around, and back. Might you hear a little bit of clicking, popping, snapping? Yeah, for sure in those hips. This is great for them, yeah? I popped up a video on the Flex in the City Facebook and Instagrams recently about snapping hips and what to do with them, and that was such a commonly asked question. People ask all the time, and people found that really helpful. So my light's there, so hopefully your hips are feeling good and warm by now. Alright, when you're ready, fisherman squat. When you're ready, we're going to press into that front leg. Up you come. And then hinge into the hips, sit back down. Good. Roll it up. And sit back down. Amazing. Give me 3 more. Good. It's like a beautiful opening in that inner thigh. Sometimes really tight, yeah? 2 more. Roll it. Beautiful. Roll it back. 1 more. Roll it up. Nice. Now, roll it back down. Take that leg back. Okay, we gotta go for our turnarounds. Again, not a very technical name, but you know what I mean. We're gonna roll and turn. Roll and turn. Breathe however suits your body. You guys, we got about 2 minutes left. You got this. Last 2. Last 1. Strong. Take your time. Roll yourself back onto all 4s. And let's just circulate those hips. Hips go back, around, back, around. 1 more. And reverse. Around and in. Nice. Around and in. 1 more time. Okay. Walk your hands to the front edge of the mat. We're going to send one leg out behind you. Press into the foot. Connect. Press into your hands. Send the other leg out behind you. Hips to the ceiling. Beautiful long stretch. Start to walk your hands back towards your feet. Bend your knees. Sit in a squat. You know by now how much I love them. Chest up. Press to stand. I'm going to cut my head off, so I'm going to walk myself back a little bit. Good. Okay. Take it down. Hands to the mat. All 4s. Beautiful. Back. And aim that chest up. 1 more time. Take it down. Hands to the mat. Walk it out. Take it back. Now sit here. Be here. I'm going to spin to you. Good. My heels are lifting. That's fine. Let them be here. Snug hip. Breathe. I'm going to start to just bounce out through my hip. Good. No muscle. Little balance challenge. Yeah. Good. Just keep breathing for me. You got this. Take your time. And press. And stand. Okay. Start to send your hips forwards and around. In the wakey, the rise and shine video, I do a really nice, keep circling, but I do a scooter exercise with durable. That is phenomenal for your hips. Reverse the circles, ribs getting involved. I would so recommend that video. One, it feels great first thing in the morning. Gets everything moving. And two, those exercises are so great for building steady hips. And back. All right, you guys. Inhale the arms. Reach the ceiling. Stretch them up. And let them down. Amazing. You guys, thank you